Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. One of my favorite episodes of the year. There were quite a few memes on this episode last year when we were reacting to each other's schedules. Wow, holy shit. I just heard a crazy echo right there. But stay tuned for yet another crazy edition because all of our schedules just ended up getting released. And yes, you know what that means, folks? That means also an announcement for the AFC East Roundtable series of events. But let's go around the table, see how everyone's feeling, and we'll start unpacking some of these schedules. TD, what's going on, man?
Tough arm evening, man. The schedule's released for the Dolphins. We'll break it all down, but you know what? We got a lot to talk about. But I'm feeling good. Everything's great. I'm glad to be with you boys tonight.
What you got, Richie? How's life, man?
Life's great, man. The NFL schedule is finally out. No more leaks. It's all official. So now we can talk about these record predictions, announce the events for Roundtable Sports, which we're very, very excited about right now. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the announcement of where the events will be. AFC's Roundtable, the goal is to go to all 4 stadiums within the division this year, but that's only possible if you guys want to come. So we'll talk to you guys about that later. And we'll go into all the schedules coming up soon.
What do you got, Colby? What's going on, man?
I'm absolutely ecstatic, man. I didn't think the schedule release was gonna get to me all that much, and then I see Dave Portnoy just releasing the Patriots schedule, and I just started getting up. I'm screaming, I'm hyped, baby. And this is the first time in years that I'm actually excited to see the New England Patriots play, man. Projected to have, according to strength of the schedule, the second easiest schedule, which in reality doesn't mean a whole lot because, injuries and whatnot, that's really going to change what it means, especially some of the moves they made in the offseason. But Patriots also traveling the 6th least among NFL teams this upcoming season. So another little bit of an advantage for them compared to recent years. So, man, I'm just excited.
Man, you know what, dude? I'm feeling it. We have some super chats coming in. Seeing Finn's schedule 7 to 8 wins, Max, bums, Isaiah. I am predicting either 9-8 record or 10-7 after seeing the schedule. Isaiah, first off, thank you so much for the $20 donation.
$20, Isaiah. Thank you.
Insane, my friend. I'm assuming you must be talking about the Jets and or the Dolphins. Or is that a Patriots fan? I don't know, Isaiah. Let us know what team are you repping. Yeah, what team are you repping? But anyway, guys, listen, we are going to be going through all the schedules. Smash that like button and roll call in the chat right now. Let us know what team you are currently representing, where you are tuning in from. We always like to understand how far our audience truly extends. But guys, listen, after much anticipation, we have the event list, all right? The games in which we are planning on attending. Now, you heard Richie go into this a bit earlier in the episode where he said we have to understand that there's going to be a particular set of interest. Obviously, this is a crazy initial investment on us from the beginning of purchasing all of these tickets. So depending on how many of these tickets that we sell is going to depend on whether or not that these events are going to take place. I have confidence that a lot of them are going to sell to a point where we can walk away and have these. So it's very, very important. And hence what we're doing tonight is that we are taking a form of deposit, right? Meaning that as we end up gathering these tickets, we figure it out. We are going to get a good sense of how many deposits come in this evening. And then once we end up having a deadline of a particular amount of tickets that need to be sold, that we know that we are walking into a solid financial position, we're not going to be walking away with a complete loss, then that event will be going down, folks. Richie, pull it on up, baby. Let's go on ahead and announce the damn schedule.
Yeah, so just one last time, the only way some of these events happen if we get enough deposits. And if you put a deposit down and we decided that we're not doing the event, you'll get your money back, so don't worry about that. So we're really excited about these events coming on up, and here they are. Hold on one second as we pull them up. I think that we got a chance to do some special damage this year. So as you can see on the screen, you guys can click the link that is currently in the description of the video right now. Click that link, and it will bring you right here. And as you can see on your screen, you will be able to put a deposit down on whichever event you are interested in going to. All right, so let me quickly pin it in the chat so you guys can see it there as well. So
what are the events, Richie?
The events is going to be the first event,
Ooh.
week 3, Dolphins versus Bills, Thursday night football.
In Buffalo, baby.
In Buffalo.
Y'all
This is our first time going to Buffalo.
It's coming.
The first time going to Buffalo, man. I really hope we can make this one happen, bro. And it's up to how many deposits we can get tonight is really going to determine that. Because, again, these are not 100% guaranteed unless we get enough deposits. So we know that we are able to get these tickets and make it all happen. So if you guys are Bills fans, this is your opportunity. We've been hearing a lot from Buffalo fans, like, when are you coming to Buffalo? When are you coming to Buffalo? Well, we're planning on coming to Buffalo right now.
They ain't going to show up.
You guys can come through and make your deposit with this link right here. You click make your deposit now. You click on whichever event. It's $100, and you will be positioned into the event. All right. Week 4 is our next event.
But so once the deposit is made, that is obviously not the full price. We still need to buy the tickets, and then we will just invoice all of you guys for the remainder of it. That is what determines on the event, right? Is a certain amount of tickets need to be sold so we feel comfortable, et cetera, et cetera. But this just secures your spot and gives us a really good understanding.
Exactly. So this is not the official ticket price of $100. We don't know what the prices are yet. We have no idea. We have to talk to the ticket sales reps within each individual team so we get a good idea of what the prices will be. Anything you want to note on this, TD? I mean, the Miami Dolphins going to Buffalo.
Yeah, man. I'll be going to Buffalo in enemy's territory for the first time in my life. I'm excited about it. I would say, listen, Dolphin fans, if you're ready to travel and have a good time and rock and roll with me, go ahead and make your $100 deposit. It's too early to say, but I'll say that typically, prices it'll be between $250 to $400 probably. If you really estimate based off of previous events, but don't quote me on it. But that's what you want to kind of like save up, but make that initial deposit of $100 so that we know we have enough people interested in actually going. Because I might be jumping through a table, man, just for the experience. We'll see. When we beat them 35-7. I'm jumping through a table, man.
TD's first time ever in Buffalo. I mean, I'm sure no one wants to miss that.
I'm excited about it, though.
I've
always wanted to go to Buffalo and get a win. If I could just go get a win.
You think you're going to win that game, TD?
If we win, I'll go to every Buffalo-Miami game.
He'll go to every single one because he would be the
this is the last time in the old stadium, though.
Yeah.
It's the last time in the old stadium.
Perfect, because I've never been. So I get to say that I've been to both eventually. So, yeah, for sure.
That is perfect. All right.
So the way you make your deposit is you click the link and then you click make your deposit now with this little button. The second game is going to be in Miami for Jets versus Dolphins, Monday Night Football. So back-to-back weeks, back-to-back primetime games, okay, which is exciting. We have to take advantage of the primetime games. There's 3 AFC East primetime games this year, which is pretty exciting. So Miami Jets had an event last year. That was later on the season, but now this time we have a real opportunity. So, TD, you're hosting this event in your city, your stadium. What do you got to say about that?
Hey, we better show up and show out this time. We're going to have a lot of star power there. We're going to be having some guests. But, yeah, man, we're going to do it big again. And the beautiful thing is this one's Monday night. So now maybe on Sunday night, the party that we put together, the meet and greet, it might be where we had it last time, but we'll probably be able to watch one of the games, together at one of the spots. So it'll be pretty dope. We'll make that one an event, but we want as many people as possible to attend, and we're gonna have a party, man.
Yeah, man. And Jets fans, I know there's a lot of Jets fans that represent in the Miami area. So this is a game that you're interested in. We're excited about it. Definitely a possibility for that. And then week 11, our third event. Now, this one is interesting. Now, this one is definitely not going to be official unless we get enough deposits, okay? Because we don't know. We've never been to Gillette. We've never been to New England. We don't know if there's even Patriots fans that watch this show. I'm not going to lie, man. You look at the chat right now, 9% Patriots fans are watching, okay?
So all 9% are depositing right now is what I'm saying.
What do you mean? Come on. That's all the
so Jets, right Patriots, Thursday night football. All right, week 11. I think that's a great game. 2 teams that have brand new head coaches that are instilling a new mindset in here. So if any Patriots fans want to come through and support, Jets fans want to travel, and I even invite Buffalo Bills fans that want to come through and enjoy the event, right? You're not a fan of either team, but you come hang out with all 4 of us in Foxborough. That would be a lot of time. That would be a lot of fun, man. So this is a potential event that we're going to try to do. Experience the story Jets-Patriots rivalry up close in the primetime thriller. Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Anything you want to add to that, Colby?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, look, we've never done a Patriots event before, right? Like, the Jets have met the Bills, the Jets have met the Dolphins, but none of these teams have met the Patriots before. So if you've been to one of these events, you've never been to one of these events, this is going to be a different type of atmosphere, right? You're coming to Gillette. You're going to see a historic place where Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, this team won 6 Super Bowls. And the cool thing about Gillette Stadium that I just want to let you guys know is it's very different than any other stadium you've been to. Jets fans, Dolphins fans, Bills fans. Gillette Stadium is on basically this mall strip. So there's so many places you can just walk to and eat. There's a Bass Pro Shop. There's an Olive Garden. There's just so many cool places to walk around. The Patriots Hall of Fame. It is a different place at night. It is a great place to be. I think that if you can come down to Gillette like this is going to be a different experience. I think, Richie, you said it best yourself also, that the Patriots and the Jets, this is very interesting because it's year 1 of Mike Vrabel. It's year 1 of Aaron Glenn. Year 1 of Justin Fields. This is 2 teams that we have no idea what they're going to look like. And especially this late into the season, it could have playoff implications for the Patriots, the Jets, and the entire AFC East.
Yeah, man. So we're excited about it. We hope we can actually pull this off. The only way we can pull it off is if we get enough deposits that make it worth it on our end. And then the final event, we're planning to do a MetLife outing with the Jets and the Dolphins at MetLife Stadium, of course, later on in the year in December. So Jets fans, if you want to come through, Miami fans, I know Miami has a big following over here in the New York area. There's a Miami takeover that happens every single year. So that's what we're doing. There may be other games that we think about. Maybe you never know, but we're excited about it. And chat, let us know if you have any questions. Email us with any questions as well. And we're super excited, man. Roundtable Sports Events.
So this is all 4 stadiums.
Yeah, we're trying to go to all 4 stadiums. We've never done that before.
Hey, so there is a glitch. I wanted to pause it for the Bills game, but it's saying that I have to do all of them.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's what he said. Chat. Is anybody else having an issue with this? Let us know if anybody else is having an issue with this.
Let me fix. I think I know exactly how to fix that. 1 sec.
See, the Bills already cheating.
Richie was just trying to save 60 cents on fees. And he switches over to a bum platform, man.
Whoa. This is the platform we used last year. What are you talking about, bum platform? It's one little setting. This is a great platform.
I'm fucking with you, Richie. All right. Anyway, Pats Nation, Isaiah, man, he says 10-7 for the Patriots.
Isaiah, you got to pop up to the Gillette event, this year.
He's got to pop
PTN
up. It's good to see all 4 of you on. Keep it up. Shout out to Dwayne. Shout out to Tony. Dan, you know the drill. Bring Bob to week 3 or week 2 is what you're saying, man. Oh, man, you want me to? I got you.
Bobby under pressure.
Come on, Dan. Too hard. Knock them out. You knocked them out, man. Come on.
Sleep. Put to sleep, man. That's what I'm talking about. Anthony. Buffalo is going to get their 6th straight AFC East this year. Go Bills. Let's get it, Anthony. Whoo, man. I love that positivity.
No Super Bowl, right, Andy?
No, actually, once we end up breaking down this Bills schedule here in a second, you just wait up for it. What's up, everyone? How y'all doing? Miami winning the division. Let's go. Oh, my God.
Yo, DD, come on, man. You gotta stop. You ain't even making the playoffs. Why are you lying to yourself already? Schedule just came out.
You never
Bills
know.
will get the number 1 seed this season. Just watch. Let's not spoil it. Headed to New Orleans for week 16. Jets Media Day game. Now my cousin just hit me up who lives in Florida talking about let's go to the Miami game. If we go, it's going to be with y'all. I'm down for Miami. B-Mac.
B-Mac's going through the Jets Media Day. He put 5 deposits down for Jets Media Day already, my boy B-Mac.
Is that in New Orleans, Richie?
No, he's going to New Orleans for the Jets game. Wow. The Jets Media Day is not in New Orleans. But the glitch is fixed, by the way. It's already fixed. So thank you for flagging that, Anthony. I made a minimum for each ticket 1. I didn't realize that would happen on everything. So that was the glitch. So
Bills taking the division again. Super Bowl running. What the hell? What the helly? What's the 3 out of the 4 games? Jets game. What's special about that?
What the hell?
Dude, I know. Gifted 10 AFC East Roundtable memberships, BMAX. Shout out to our guy.
10 gifted. That's like a value of $25 hairs. That's more.
That is absolutely.
That's $50 hairs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's $50.
My man.
That deserves a hit right there, man.
All right, guys. Let's start breaking down these schedules. As we know, we're going to go one by one. We're going to give our takes, and now we're going to go game by game. I'm going to give you my final record prediction. Let's start off with the Buffalo Bills. Come on. I love it. Listen, you know what? I hate to ever come out and say, you know what? I think that the NFL knew that we were having our final year in our stadium, and they just wanted to give us a number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs for that final year in Highmark Stadium. Because hear me out for a second. A couple of things that stands out to me here is there is not a single gauntlet on this schedule, right? Like, yes, there are some hard games, but typically year after year, you see a Bills schedule where there's typically 3 to 4 very difficult games, like strong opponents back to back to back to back to back. I do not see that here. Not unless you want to make an argument that Houston, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati are back, but I suppose that's up for debate. So really not much of a tough stretch at the beginning. Yes, we have an early bye week, which is less than ideal, but when you look at the Houston Texans Thursday night matchup, that's basically a mini bye week, a 10-day rest going up into Pittsburgh. This is absolutely beautiful. It really, really is. I'm looking at the way that this schedule is panning out right now. Even if by some way that we lose to the Baltimore Ravens week 1 at home on Sunday Night Football, I honestly don't see another loss on our schedule until Houston. I do not see another loss on this schedule until Houston. And that's even a game where I'm like, okay, I could see the Buffalo Bills losing that one. Because you have the Jets, you have Miami, you have New Orleans, the New England Patriots, Atlanta. We could very well go 6-0 before the bye. 5-1 worst case scenario.
Oh my God.
Wait.
5-1 worst case scenario going into it.
You think you're beating Baltimore week 1?
And the Chiefs.
I said that even if we lose to Baltimore, that we wouldn't lose again until Houston. I said we wouldn't even lose again until Houston. And I'm not even saying that it's completely out of the realm of possibility, because what makes me feel good about this Baltimore matchup is that we are actually playing them at full strength. Like, we have 0 injuries. Like, we are like a full, steady team. And last time we got our asses kicked last year was when we had like half of our defense gone. So I'm not saying we're going to win undoubtedly on week 1, but I love the way that the stretch of games is looking right now. Losses for me, because I'm going to go ahead and spoil it right now. I have the Buffalo Bills going 14-3 and securing the 1 seed with this schedule. I really, really do. Losses. So losses, I have Houston.
Baltimore.
No.
Wow.
So I have us beating Baltimore. So I have us losing to Houston, to New England.
There you go.
Once in Foxborough and Philadelphia. 14-3. I did originally have it against the Carolina Panthers right as a loss, but then I realized that Sean McDermott is undefeated after a bye week, and that's kind of against this character, although I'm very high on the Carolina Panthers. But so I just have 3 losses. I have Houston, I have New England, because it's just going to be a divisional game, like random like night, and I have the Philadelphia Eagles 14-3, and the Buffalo Bills secure the 1 seed.
Dan, the Bills always lose at least 1 random game during the year. I think you guys are going to lose against. I agree with all the losses, by the way, but I also think that you're going to lose to Baltimore. Now, that game could go any way. I think it's which team's most prepared week 1, and that's versus. So they're in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So that's an advantage you're going to have. Now, I'm going to throw out a random team, and you should beat them. But like I say, the Bills always lose 1 game, like in like the middle of the season, beginning of the season, that realistically they shouldn't.
And so I said the Pats, bro.
Oh, well, no, that you always lose to us. That's just an obvious. That's just an obvious. Atlanta early on wouldn't surprise me. Like a surprise loss.
I could see Tampa Bay over Atlanta. So,
okay, that makes sense too.
So I could see Tampa Bay over Atlanta. I could see that being a game that like scares me. But like I honestly only see 2 teams on this schedule that really strike fear in me. Right? Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my God, I really am questioning whether or not that Buffalo can come out on top. And that is exclusively Baltimore and Philadelphia. That's it. Like that. especially with how the Bills play in December as well. So I could be completely off because Buffalo is 23-1 in December. 23-1. It's insane for the past couple of years. So I'm not even going to say that we could potentially get blown out by Philly, right? Because everyone thought that we were going to get blown out by the Lions last year, and look what happened there, right? So 14-3, I feel like is a safe assessment for me.
Wow, all right, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm not that high. I'm not that high. I think y'all finished with like 11 wins, maybe 12. Me personally, I think you guys are gonna come back down to earth a little bit more. You guys, here's the things, like you said, last year you dealt with injuries, but like you always deal with injuries, and injuries are, inevitable. And what am I supposed to believe, that all of a sudden you're just not going to deal with them? I think you guys are going to deal with key injuries again, and that's going to inhibit you a little bit. Are these receivers going to step up? Like, maybe you could win 14. Is Dalton Kincaid finally stepping up? Is he finally going to be the first round tight end that you guys selected? If that's the case, then sure, maybe you do win 14 games, because that could be a big difference maker for the offense. But I'm not projecting that to happen personally.
First, Dan, stop this blasphemy, okay?
What you mean?
You need to stop this mess. First of all, you're losing to Baltimore. Yeah, you're gonna go on a run after that, but you're losing to the Chiefs. So you're gonna be 6-2 to start the season, and that's good. But don't stop, okay? And you
they haven't beat us in the regular season since 2020.
First of all, you better hope you beat the Jets in week 2. You better hope you beat them.
Come on, dude.
You laughed about that 2 years ago when y'all lost. But anyway, on the other side of the schedule, man, Tampa's tough. Houston's tough. You're not beating Pittsburgh. You're not beating the Bengals. And Philly, man, stop. Y'all going 11-6, and you still might win the division, but be proud of that. Stop this 14-3 crap.
So tell me. So you're looking at a team last year that that you had 9-8 by saying, "Oh yeah, look at this roster, man. Like, they're terrible. Like, y'all are not going to win more than 9 games." And we get better this offseason, like significantly better with draft and depth purposes, which is our weakness. And you're saying that we're going to regress from last year. Like, we're going to regress from the team that we rolled out with last year. And we win 13 games with that team, and we're going to regress. There's no way. There's zero way. I'm not buying it.
Okay, Dan, this isn't regression. But come on, man. You like Baltimore, Jets, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Houston, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Philly are all losable games. That's 8 losable games in my opinion, y'all. And notice I didn't even include the Dolphins at all. Those are 8 losable games. You're going to lose
because, like, you finally come to the realization.
No.
You can't beat the Buffalo Bills, but like, you still need a troll. I want to give you false hope. Added some other blasphemy that the Jets are going to take false hope.
I want to give you false hope.
Oh my god!
But come on, Dan. Okay, now, but you're going 14-3. You're getting sick with it, man. Come on now,
dude. Listen, this schedule right here is beautifully placed. Like, say for example that like we had a couple of gauntlets. Like, say for example like we had like Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Philadelphia back to back to back. Then sure, like maybe I would say, okay, yeah, I could like realistically see us losing 2 out of those 3. But all of the scary teams are so spread apart, it's insane. So we play like a good team, but then afterwards we always play a bum, like immediately after the fact. Love the way the schedule is played up, man. I really do.
Yeah, I think Dan is very justified to predict his team to win 14 games. If the Jets won 5 straight divisions, titles, and coming off a conference championship the way that the Bills did, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Dan's shooting for the stars. I don't have them winning 14 games, but I think that you can't fault Dan for that because I don't think it's delusional. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Dan's saying that it's not delusional. TD gonna go out here and say what the Dolphins about to do. That is what we call delusional. So there's a big difference here. Like, Dan actually has substance behind his hope that his Buffalo Bills can get the first seed in a 14-win season. Feel me? So
I don't feel you.
Why?
Hey, Rich, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you talking some sense.
Now, Dan,
people, you know what I mean?
I don't have them winning 14 games though, but I like
how much you have them winning,
fault
Rich?
You for saying that.
Exactly, right? Like, so I'm never mad at somebody that disagrees with my win total. But if somebody says it's delusional, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, it's not
really,
delusional.
how is
If
it
you think that's delusional, then you just
I said, how is it delusional?
it's not.
Right?
Now-
like we win one more game than we did last year, right? Like, I don't think that sounds like a delusional take.
It's not. You're
Dan,
coming off a 13-win season. Like that's
Dan, the other thing too is that the Buffalo Bills, they're traveling the second least in the NFL this season, right? They're only behind the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are only traveling 8,753 miles this year, which is literally nothing. The Bills are second least at 10,546. So that's going to help their longevity.
They are not as good as they're making it out to be.
The Dolphins travel the most in the division.
I don't see how. We don't even travel.
You travel the most in the division. You travel like the sixth
in the division.
Okay. You travel like the sixth most in the league with 24,409 miles.
It's that Madrid game that's adding to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be cooked for that one.
It's that Madrid, man. All right, dude. Pull up the damn. What schedule should we do next?
Let's
do the Patriots schedule.
We're going Patriots?
Let's do the Patriots schedule because I'm excited to talk about that one, actually.
Go ahead. Talk about that Patriots schedule. Hey, man, look, we are opening up here week 1 at home with the Raiders, baby. With the Raiders, baby, man. I'm excited for this one because I think there's a lot of parallels between the Patriots and the Raiders. This one is at home too, but Josh McDaniels, first time playing the Raiders since he was fired on Halloween night when he was out trick-or-treating with his kids. So you know he wants the revenge. Tom Brady has partial ownership of the Raiders, so there's kind of that connection there too. But Patriots fans might also remember we have a damn Tom Brady statue to unveil at Gillette Stadium. This feels like the game in which they would do so. So that's something to watch. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Something here for the Patriots is that their first 4 games, 3 of them are at home. So they have an opportunity to really hit the ground running and get off to a fast start, which I think is important because come October, they're mainly going to be on the road. They're on the road 3 out of their 4 games come October. So starting off hot in September, I think is going to be big. Now, week 2, they are on the road. They're going to Miami to face the Dolphins. I actually think this is an advantage for the Patriots. I don't want to say an advantage compared to Miami because obviously they're at home. They have the advantage. But I think that if the Patriots had to travel to Miami late in the season, December, January, that would have given Miami a significant upper hand because the Patriots are going from, 10 degrees all the way to like 80, 85 degrees. And that kind of switch in the body has proven time after time, whether it was Tom Brady, Cam Newton, or even Mac Jones, that it didn't matter who it was, that traveling, that heat difference of temperature really got to them. Patriots, being in Boston where it's really hot during the summer, they're already practicing in like 90-degree weather. Going to Miami really won't be much of a switch for them. It's always hard for them to play in Miami, but at least temperature-wise, it won't be anything drastically different. Week 3, they played the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're back at home. This is a team that we don't even know who their starting quarterback is right now. It didn't matter if it was Tom Brady. It didn't matter if it was Cam Newton. Literally, Bailey Zappi in 2023 beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I don't know what it is. Sometimes there's just teams who naturally beat other teams. And for some reason, the Patriots own the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially at Gillette Stadium. So another opportunity for them to get a win. The Carolina Panthers at home, to me, feels like a potential trap game. Just because, are we getting Bryce Young from before he was benched? Or are we getting Bryce Young from after he was benched? They've put in a lot of assets into that offense, started to build up that defense a little bit more. I still think this is a game the Patriots should win. Their coaching staff significantly outweighs the Carolina Panthers, but definitely don't sleep on them. They added Tedero McMillan in the first round this year, so they're building up. They're building up that offense a little bit. Then we come in here, what is this, week 5, and we are playing back on the road the Buffalo Bills. This is prime time, baby. I said this. I think I predicted this too on this show. I said, we're going to play the Buffalo Bills in prime time. That's going to happen. Dan, I think you'll agree. This is what the league wants. The league wanted this last year. The league wants the narrative of, the in-division opponents, Josh Allen, Drake May, 2 quarterbacks who have been significantly linked back to each other, Mike Vrabel, Sean McDermott. This is what the NFL wants, and this is exactly what they're getting. I think this is going to be a big-time game that early on people might not look too much into, but could have significant implications down the road. I have the Bills winning the AFC East, but just in terms of the Patriots' ability to get in the AFC, maybe the Bills' ability to have the number 1 seed in the AFC, could have implications for this game. So I'm really excited for this one. I do think the Patriots are going to fall in this one, though, just because.
When is that game? Monday night?
Let's see. I know it's Monday or Thursday. I want to say Monday, though. Actually, no, it might be Sunday night. I just had this pulled up. Wait, hold up. I actually have it right here. I forgot I pulled this up earlier. It's Sunday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8:20 at Buffalo on Sunday. But I do think the Patriots are ultimately going to fall in that one, it being prime time. And just, I feel like the Patriots play better at Gillette Stadium when they play the Bills. So I will give the Bills this win. Then the Patriots, they go to New Orleans to play the New Orleans Saints. That just feels like another easy win for the Patriots. But like, what's the identity, right? What's the identity of the New Orleans Saints? Kellen Moore's coming in there as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Does he turn them around? Probably not. They're lacking significant talent because they've been in like negative 50 million cap space for like the last 3 off seasons, but who knows? You never know. Then Mike Vrabel returns to Tennessee to face the Tennessee Titans for the first time since he was fired. And Mike Vrabel always plays well against his old disciples. Even when he used to play the Patriots and Tom Brady and Belichick, when they were winning Super Bowls, every time they would play Vrabel, Vrabel would smack the absolute crap out of them, because when Vrabel's motivated, that is a scary thought. When Vrabel's motivated, it's very, very hard to stop him and his momentum. I think the Patriots ultimately end up winning that game. Then they played the Cleveland Browns. Mike Vrabel actually has connections back to the Cleveland Browns. He spent this past season as an offensive consultant for Cleveland, worked with the offensive line and the tight end. So I actually think this is a leg up for the Patriots. They are an offensive-minded team. Who's the quarterback going to be at this point? Kevin Stefanski was coach of the year 2 years ago. He's coaching for his job. He's on the hot seat. But I think because of Mike Vrabel understanding their blocking techniques and just the play calling a little bit, he'll be able to take advantage of that from a defensive standpoint. Then a rematch of Super Bowl 51, 28-3. That's going to be the storyline heading into week 9 when the Patriots are at home playing the Atlanta Falcons. I actually like the Atlanta Falcons. I think they have a good roster. I think they have a lot of pieces offensively, from Kyle Pitts to Drake London, Darnell Mooney. They got a good O-line, Bijan Robinson. What is Michael Penix going to be if he is what we saw in college? He is a dual threat quarterback that is hard to stop, but a lot of question marks still on what is he going to be in the league. Is he a bust or is he a hit? Defensively, they went out there, they added to the pass rush as we saw in the first round of this past year's draft. But I give the leg up to the Patriots on this one just because I don't know about you guys. I don't believe in Raheem Morris. I do not believe that Raheem Morris is a head coach in the NFL. And we saw just this past season that the Atlanta Falcons were poised to be a postseason team. And then they fell off when it mattered the most. They had the talent, but they simply fell off because the coaching staff had absolutely no idea what they were doing. Then week 10, the Patriots are traveling to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be a true test for the Patriots defense, but I think that the Patriots offense has the true opportunity to come out and win the Patriots this game. Ultimately, I don't think they're going to because of just how good Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans are, but that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is very rough. It's very suspect. They deal with a lot of injuries. This will be the opportunity for Drake May, Stephon Diggs, that O-line to really get themselves going. Then we got a big game in week 11, a Thursday night primetime game. Short week for the Patriots, but thankfully it is at home playing the New York Jets. This is going to be, I think, a pretty big game for the Patriots' ability to actually make it to the postseason. I don't think the Jets are going to make it to the postseason, but I mean, it's still the AFC East, and there's going to be implications because of that. Patriots don't need to win the AFC East this year. They just simply cannot finish last in the division this year. The goal isn't necessarily one. The goal is to at least be number 2 and start working your way up. But this, of course, being in New England, the Patriots have an opportunity to rewrite history on what happened last year. Last year, I believe it was week 3, correct me if I'm wrong, Richie, but the Patriots played prime time in New York and got absolutely spanked by Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. The Patriots usually have the number of the New York Jets, but over the last 2 seasons, they've split with them. They need to get back to owning the New York Jets, and this is their opportunity to start at doing so. And
no more owning the New York Jets. It's going to be an even playing field from here on out.
Okay, bud. And then they played the Cincinnati Bengals. Not going to lie, I wish we played the Cincinnati Bengals early on. If they played Cincinnati the first month, this is an easy win for the Patriots because Cincinnati starts off slow. But Cincinnati gets better and better and better as the season goes along. I think that this is going to be a good, easy game for the offense. I think the defense is going to struggle a little bit. I mean, you look at last year, Joe Burrow was putting up 30, 40 points a game, and the team was still losing because of the defense. What did they do? They went out and they didn't address the defense quite literally at all. And maybe Trey Hendrickson is traded by this time, which is probably more likely than not. But with how hot Joe Burrow can get, I'm going to say the Patriots lose that one. Then they're back playing primetime football at home versus the New York Giants, 8:15. Who's the starting quarterback going to be? Is it going to be Richie Sky and Jackson Dart? Is it going to be Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Tommy DeVito? We have absolutely no idea, but we do know that that team, they are fighting to keep their jobs from the coaching staff, from the front office. They need to make a statement, but I just think that the Giants have the worst roster in the National Football League. So for me, easy win. Then the Patriots are facing Buffalo again in week 15. That is at home. I think this is a win for the Patriots. We kind of touched upon that earlier. At Baltimore in week 16, that's going to be a true testament to the Patriots defense. That's going to be really difficult. That week 14 bye, originally, I didn't love it because I said, I want them to have an earlier bye, like a mid-season bye, because this is a new team. Naturally, they're going to have kinks that they need to figure out. That bye week would have been an excellent time to do so. But then I thought about it and I said, look at these games the Patriots have in the final 4 weeks of the season. Versus Buffalo, at Baltimore, at Jets, versus Miami. If the Patriots are going to be a potential dark horse team, they are going to have to win these final 4 games to squeeze themselves in. I think it could be a situation where if the Patriots come out and win their final 4 games, they make it into the postseason, or they win 3 out of their final 4 games and they make the postseason. Beating Buffalo, major implications for the AFC East and their ability to make the postseason. Same thing with Baltimore, same thing with the Jets, and same thing with Miami. Right now, overall, I have the Patriots kind of between like 7 to 10 wins if all goes right. This is an easier schedule. I believe in Mike Vrabel. This is a very, very different team than what we're seeing so far in practice, and I cannot underestimate that enough. I look at some of these teams too, and I don't believe in a lot of these teams. I look at the Dolphins. I think the Patriots are going to split with the Dolphins just because they didn't address that offensive line the way they needed to. I hope Tua doesn't get injured, but I think he's not going to play an entire season. I think that could ultimately, hinder them a little bit. Patriots also play the Dolphins very close in one of their games every single year. I think with much better coaching, much better personnel, they ultimately end up squeaking one of those out. I think they beat the Jets 2 times. I think they split with the Buffalo Bills. That's my prediction for the Patriots.
So the Patriots are going 11-6 this year and getting the 7th seed in the AFC playoffs.
You have them winning 11 games? Wow, I didn't have them winning 11 games.
I do.
Who are your losses?
So let me see it again, Richie.
Damn, boy.
I have them winning 11, maybe 10-7, because there's going to be a game that I think that everyone counts you guys out, but you're going to shock the world. I have you losing to the Baltimore Ravens. 1. I have you losing to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Agreed.
I have you losing to the Buccaneers.
Agreed.
I have you losing to the Falcons as well.
Oh, the Falcons. Okay.
Yeah. Falcons, Bucks, Bengals, Ravens, Bills once. That's 5, right? And then 6th loss would be it's either the Steelers or the Panthers. But
the Panthers,
you'll win one of those.
You think the Panthers could beat them? I mean, I think it could be a trap game, but I think the Patriots
Bryce
are coming
Young,
out with it.
Maybe it's Bryce Young magic this year. But hey, listen, I said it's up in the air. But it's yeah, man, I see 11-6. So losses against the Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, the Bengals, the Bucks, the Falcons, and the Steelers or the Panthers.
So you have them beating the Jets twice and the Dolphins twice. Bills once.
I do.
Straight hater, man.
I like it. Finishing where in the division? Second
in the division, 7th seed in the playoffs.
All right. I like it. What about you, TD? Bring
It's
me
a
the
hot
delusion.
take, but it's true.
So I have the New England Patriots going 9-7, and winner gets in the last game.
That's a hot take. I like that though.
No, I got y'all beating the Raiders.
Okay.
You lose to the Dolphins early.
I agree so far.
You lose to Pittsburgh, so you're 1-2. Yeah, you're gonna lose to Pittsburgh 1-2. You'll beat Carolina, you're 500. You lose to Buffalo, you're 2-3. Saints, you're 3-3. Tennessee, you're 4-3. Browns, you're 5-3. Atlanta, you're 6-3. Bucks, you're 6-4. Jets, first one, 6-5. They beat you. Bengals, you're 6-6. Giants, you're 7-6. Buffalo, you're 7-7. Baltimore, Hold on. Baltimore, you lose that one. Jets, you win the second one, and Miami decides it. It was one game in there. I gave you a L that I actually have you winning.
One against the Bills?
One against the Bills you do get this year.
So which one do you think? Do you think it's at the Bills primetime October 5th, or do you think
October 5th? You'll win October 5th.
So we'll beat Buffalo in Buffalo late in the season, or early in the season.
Early. Yeah, I'm telling you, you'll be 9-7, and last week determines if you get in if you beat the Dolphins. But the same will apply for the Dolphins, in my opinion.
I like that. I'm not against it. I thought that was actually that was pretty realistic. It fits in that kind of ceiling floor I have between 7 to 10.
Yeah, it's what I do. Realistic takes. I like Dan Mitchell.
Yeah, let's wait till we get to the Dolphins schedule to see if you're realistic.
Yeah, Richie, you've been awful quiet. What's the score in the next game?
This is a football show, TD.
Yeah, you've been awful quiet. I don't even know, Richie, but I noticed you've been awful quiet. So let me check.
Nixon 6. My thoughts of the Patriots schedule. I think it's definitely one of those schedules that you can get off to a fast start, in my opinion, because I see a potential 3-1 start. I really do. Based off your schedule, I think you can beat the Raiders. I think you could beat the Dolphins. The Steelers are interesting with or without Aaron Rodgers. We shall see. Don't sleep on the Panthers. I'm right there with Dan with Bryce Young. I think that he has a chance to prove a lot of people wrong. I like their draft pick in the first round of McMillan. And Buffalo. So based off the schedule, I'm not going to go game by game because we've been talking about this for a while. But my assessment of the Patriots is around that 7-8 win range. I think this is the year where they figure out who they are, establish an identity, and then year 2 with Vrabel is when they could potentially click and become a real playoff team. And now an 11-win prediction, that's bold. Definitely not buying into that. I think if there was a team that, in my opinion, is getting the most hype that isn't warranted, I'm going to say the Patriots.
Wow.
I just not someone that buys in, and I've lived through it my own way, and I've seen it with other teams that you win in the offseason when on paper. And I feel like the Patriots had the most cap space in the league, and they spent the money like they should, and now everyone's expecting them to win double-digit wins right away. I still don't look at their roster and think it's complete. I still think there's a lot of holes. I think the only way that they take the step is if Drake May is the outlier. If Drake May takes a step forward and proves to be a franchise quarterback, that's when things get moving. That's when you elevate the guys around you. If he's an average guy that's just not – if he's a Trevor Lawrence type of player, I don't know, or even worse, I don't know. I just don't look at that New England Patriots roster and think it's anything that I think it's capable of winning 10 games or more. But the outlier is Drake May. And, of course, the one person that gives Patriots fans confidence is Mike Vrabel. He's a guy that can instill a mindset and get the most out of guys that are not big names. He can turn no names into big names by the proper coaching. So I can see it from that lens. But I'm going to have to wait and see it before I buy into the Patriots hype.
I'd agree with that. Although the defense, you definitely got to be scared of. Easy top 10 defense.
Man.
When we get into hot takes, I've been writing down my hot takes. That's going to be a good episode.
Oh, it's going to be a great one. And by the way, shout out to Anthony Padilla for
baby, our first deposit.
Two deposits for the Buffalo Bills AFC East Roundtable event, guys. As you know,
Miami.
We are going on ahead and we are hosting ideally 4 events this year, one at each and every single stadium. First one's going to be in Buffalo. This ticket purchase, and so once we get the final price, what your deposit is doing is just securing your spot. This is going to include tickets to the game, all right? And then we're also going to have some sort of tailgate party right before. More details will be out. This $100 deposit for any one of our events, all 4 of them. One at Highmark, one at MetLife, one at Hard Rock, one at Gillette. It's going to be structured right around there. So if you were serious and you do want to secure your spot, come on up, hang out with us in Buffalo, New England, New York, or Miami. Just go ahead and hit that link right in the top of the chat and secure your spot, baby.
Yeah, and reminder, these events, the only way these events happen is if we get a certain threshold amount of deposits. I'm hopeful that the Buffalo one works because we've been hearing from Bills fans for a long time that they want to come through. And shout out to Anthony. He's coming with King Jamie. All right. We had a Chiefs fan coming through. King Jamie and Anthony are coming to the Bills Dolphins event, man.
Ooh.
That would be awesome. I would say Dolphins fans come through too, travel, but we know Dolphins fans won't do that. Right, TD?
Richie going to keep dogging Dolphin fans. Then they really ain't going to come.
Well, they didn't come last year. That's what I'm basing it off of.
Hey, that's the past, man. That's the past. It's
Come
a new
on,
day.
prove me wrong. Much love and respect, everyone. Anthony wants to get to our stream now. We will see you at the game, boys. If anyone wants to call in our show, the link is now. Hey, King Jamie and them, they're live. Go check them out with their link. We'll see them at the Buffalo event, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, man. Let's take a look at them damn Miami Dolphins schedule. I kind of want to hear what TD's got to say about this bad boy. Go ahead.
I haven't even seen it yet. Oh, shoot.
First of all, let's qualify this by saying this is an too early prediction. When I see the boys in camp, things can change, okay? But the Dolphins start out 1-0 versus the Colts, okay? We take care of business on the road. Then we beat New England in game 2. We're 2-0. All right. We lose to Buffalo on Thursday night because it is a short week in Miami. We play Sunday and then have to play on the road versus Buffalo 4 days later. That's going to be an L. We're 2-1. All right. We beat the Jets on Monday night after about 10, 11 days of rest. We're 3-1. Then we beat the Panthers. Bryce Young, not enough. 4-1. Chargers shootout. This was going to be tough. But we're going to get it. It's going to be 5-1. We'll be at home. We'll take care of Justin Field and Harbaugh. Browns, Shadur Sanders, second game starting. We give him his first loss. All right, so we're 6-1. No, 5-1 at this point. Yeah, 5-1. Wait, hold on. 6-1, sorry. Atlanta, we beat them as well. The Dolphins start out 7-1. Move forward, please. Then the Dolphins, after we start off hot, number 1 in the AFC, we just start collapsing. We lose to Baltimore, Buffalo, and Washington back to back to back. All right. So, early prediction, Buffalo sweeps us. So that's going to be 7-4.
Yeah, folks.
That's 7. Now, it's too early. Wait till I see the boys at camp. I might see something. We'll see. 7-4. All right. The Dolphins go on a bye. We come back versus the Saints, get a nice win, and go 8-4. All right. Then we beat the Jets again, and we go 9-4. We lose to Pittsburgh on the road in cold weather, Monday Night Football. That's 9-5. We lose to the Bengals at home Sunday Night Football. That's 9-6. We lose to Tampa Bay. Tough game. I feel like we could win that game, but it's going to be tough. 9-7. And there you have it. The Patriots, last game of the season, whether or not we're going to get into the playoffs. That'll be the game.
Damn.
And we do. You know we're going to beat y'all, Kobe.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not a Gillette, man. With Vrabel.
It's wild, too, because we saw this schedule leaked a bit earlier on 4th and Forever. And we said, hey, if this league schedule is real, then I think the NFL just loves messing with the Miami Dolphins because they have the exact same schedule each and every single year, where the first 7 or 8 games are games that they could all very realistically win. Richie, scroll up for me for a second, right? I'm not mad about any of his predictions toward the beginning rate of his schedule, right? There is honestly a world. I feel like the NFL, this is a Miami Dolphins football season right here where they give the fan base a lot of hype at the beginning.
Hope.
But then their hearts just get ripped out just based off of how games fall, right? That gauntlet between Baltimore, Buffalo, and Washington is so disrespectful. It's absolutely insane. But I could very easily see Colts, Patriots, Jets, Panthers, Chargers, as much as we love
and Browns in Atlanta.
Yeah, right. Same thing with Atlanta, right? I could very well see that being a 7-1 start and then fighting for a playoff spot with everything that they have in them at the final game of the season. Starting off hot and just having a crazy collapse. I actually buy into what TD says. Yeah, for sure. It's either 9-8 and miss the playoffs or a 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
My God, Mike McDaniels is fired. Oh my God. Yo, like, I don't even know if he makes it to the end of the season. This is it. Like, y'all are going into a soft rebuild. Tyreek Hill's gone. Mike McDaniels is gone. Look, week 1, you beat the Colts. I just think their quarterback is just inconsistent. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. Inconsistent. Y'all are going to take advantage of that. I think Tyler Warren, though, is going to have like a really good first game against you guys. Some question marks in that secondary, question marks with your safety. Javon Holland's gone. Like, I think Tyler Warren is going to ball in this game and take the league by storm. Week 2, Patriots. You guys win that game. And look at that. You're 2-0, and Dolphins fans are like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. And TD's screaming about a Super Bowl. And then week 3 comes along, and boom. That is your first loss. Then you play the Jets. I'm going to give that to you. You know, you beat the Jets. You play the Panthers. Good job. You beat the Panthers. Things are actually looking pretty bright for the Dolphins. And we're looking back saying, but this is something they always do. They fall off when they have to play a decent team because the Dolphins cannot beat a team over 500. Then what do? They play the Chargers. The Chargers, who are a postseason team, who are looking to take a year 2 leap. You end up losing that game. You play the Browns. You win that game. You play the Falcons. I'll be nice. I'll even give you that game, all right? Then you play the Ravens. You lose that game. You play the Bills. You lose that game. You play the Commanders. You lose that game. Then you're on the bye week. This is your opportunity to come out guns a-blazing. Richie, can you scroll down a little bit? And this is when you play the Saints. Now you have some confidence in you. You beat the Saints. Then you play the Jets. Guess what? You beat the Jets. That's 2 back-to-back wins after the bye. You play the Steelers, but guess what? That's a 6th loss for you. And then you play the Bengals. The Bengals get hot. That's another loss. That's 7 losses. Then you play the Bucks. That's 8 losses. Then you play the Patriots. Like you said, the game to get in Gillette Stadium. But the Patriots, the atmosphere, the Patriots fans are ready. That's 9 wins. I mean, that's 9 losses for you. And that final month of football is just depression for Dolphins fan. My God, the beginning of the season makes it look like the season's going to be bright for Dolphins fans. You're back on track. Maybe this is the year you win a playoff game. But then as the season goes on, just like it does every single year, you guys crumble.
Damn. All right, Richie.
Hater.
Sound off on the and how the Dolphins season is going to go based off of this schedule.
I mean, Colby stole everything I was going to say.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
This is the downfall. This is it. I mean, you talk about something blowing up. What happened with the Jets last year is about to happen with the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill traded, like Devontae Adams was traded. Or, well, we traded for him. That is. Robert Saleh fired. McDaniels fired. It's going to be all blown up. TD knows this on the deepest down of his soul, but he will not admit it publicly. He will not come on here and do it. He knows deep down there's not a lot of hope, but he's trying to convince himself that there's hope because that's what it's about being a fan, okay? There is nothing that the Miami Dolphins will accomplish in this season, and I think it's the best thing that can happen to them if they eventually it's got to get ugly before it gets pretty, and this is where it gets ugly. And it's not even just the schedule. I don't even look at the schedule, bro. The schedule means nothing to me. It really doesn't. Just knowing how the Miami Dolphins, what they did in the offseason, where did they improve? And I'll ask TD, our Miami Dolphins expert, where did the Miami Dolphins improve in the offseason from last year to this season? One position, because I don't even know. Is there one?
Quarterback.
How? What does that even mean?
We got 2 solid backups now. So if Tua gets hurt, we ain't got to collapse.
Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers are solid.
They can get wins. They can get wins.
Okay, well, thank you so much for proving my point. I mean, what? That's your answer? You have not got better anywhere. There's not one piece of the Miami Dolphins roster that improved in the offseason. What are we even doing here? You're regressing. You're going backwards. No, Jalen Waddle is nothing without Tyreek, and Tyreek is not going to be anything this year either, okay? The element of the speed that the Miami Dolphins invested in is no longer there. And their offensive line, they ignored. Yeah, okay, they added some pieces in the draft, barely. And their D-line, yeah, you added some pieces there. I mean, not really significant pieces. Like, yeah, your first-round pick, Grant, he's going to be a beast. He's going to be a dog for you guys. He's not going to move the needle this year. I think he's a building.
I'll tell you that.
What'd you say?
So he's been looking good in OTA clips I've seen.
I mean, yeah, of course he
nothing
will.
like those
jealous hater. I want to cut a thread real
non-contact
quick.
OTAs.
So a first round pick looks good in rookie minicamp at defensive line. All right, let's put
Dan know what's going on.
individual drills.
I'm a big Kenneth Grant guy, man.
Dan know what time
Kenneth
it is.
Grant looks all right, guys. We got the new Calais Campbell. Yeah, you had Christian Wilkins,
Maybe.
did not win with him. You'd be lucky if he even sniffs Christian Wilkins, what he was for you guys. My point is, and I'm really trying not to sound like a hater. Like I look at the Miami Dolphins roster, I look at who their head coach is, I look at the culture that they are building or trying to build and failed. I see like a 7-8 win. Like I don't see like 3 or 4 wins. I'm not that delusional, like an idiot. I see like a 7-8-9 win season that will result in a firing of Mike McDaniel.
7-8, Richie.
That's generous. He's nice. Like he could have said a lot worse.
Tell me like what I'm missing.
You know what, Richie? I'm not going to argue with you, but I do know we sweeping y'all.
No, we're sweeping y'all actually.
When's the last time the Jets beat the Dolphins? Just out of curiosity.
They got us at the end of the season when we quit. When we saw Denver getting in the playoffs. Yeah, we saw Denver getting in, and we were like, oh, we'll let the Jets win.
See, that's what TD does. Whenever the Jets do anything to the Dolphins, he discredits everything. He'll always find a way to fit his narrative and never give credit.
You can't do nothing to us, Richie.
The Jets beat the Dolphins when they had a chance to make the playoffs, and he makes it like they saw the Denver Broncos. Give me a break with that nonsense. Sweeping the Dolphins, and TD will never admit that he knows this deep down, and throw the Jets Dolphins out of it. It's not even about that. It's about the Miami Dolphins roster and their team and their coaching staff. You're going to tell me you believe in what this coach is trying to do? Give me a break.
Listen, Richie, this is why you play the game. This is why you play the season. And at the end of the day, the Dolphins will be better than the Jets. That's the one thing that I can hold on to.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
We always know that. When the last time y'all had a better record than us?
Yeah, well, now we got everything's new. It's not like we got the same like you do, and that's the big difference.
You ain't got a quarterback. You ain't got a quarterback.
The New York Jets and the New England Patriots are ahead of the Miami Dolphins right now.
You don't
because we got ugly. We stripped down and went through it all, and now you're about to do that. We're a step ahead of you guys.
Quarterback.
Neither do you.
Better than yours?
It still sucks. Congrats.
Might be the best one in the division.
And what does that even tell you? That Tua's better than Fields? That means anything?
Might be the best one in the division this year. Let's be honest.
All right, that's delusional, bro. You just can't accept the fact that there's zero hope for the Miami Dolphins this year. So you're just trying to use
No. I'm not going to let you sit here and
I am, because all you do is, wow, we got hurt. That's the most soft-minded fan you can possibly encompass by using the injury card when you have all these tough-minded teams out there that get hurt just as much, if not more, than the Miami Dolphins and still thrive.
Then what excuse did you use 2 years ago when Aaron Rodgers left in the first week of the season? What excuse did you use?
We had Zach Wilson.
Oh, yeah, but that's why you said your season derailed. Oh, because Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Stop it.
And then guess what? We were proven wrong the next year when Rodgers was healthy. You will be proven wrong this year with Tua healthy. Same exact scenario. You are living through the New York Jets the last 2 years. Tua got hurt this past year. Tua's going to be healthy, and you're still going to not play good football. You're not going to stink. You're not going to be awful, but you're just not going to live up to the expectations.
Well, hey, you know what? It's a solid segue because we have the Jets schedule, and then we'll start letting in these Patreon guys. Starla comes in with a $2 donation. Go Bills, Starla. Thank you so much. Susu, my boy. What's up, gang? Hope you all are doing well. And TD, let's be honest, we are getting our ass kicked by Buffalo, and even the Jets and Patriots, our playoff chances are 0.
But I said we were losing to Buffalo, but we're not losing to no Jets.
You lost to the Jets. Your most recent game, you lost to the Jets. So stop saying that with that type of energy. Like you don't lose to the Jets.
We saw the season.
You lost to the Jets, and you're going to lose to them again. How about that? So I'm so happy we beat you because you could stop with that nonsense of using the Jets in this connotation that we're just this dysfunctional mess and you're above us. You ain't above nobody. All right? Same leveling field, baby. Let's go. I'm not going to let you disrespect my football team. How about that?
Better than y'all.
And so I was there with a Commanders fan last year, and I will definitely be at one of the events this year. Fins up no matter What?
This is
Richie,
what the
how's
AFC East
deposit?
Roundtable is
Shout out
about.
JD.
Enough of this little like, oh, Dan's a Patriots guy now, or oh, we all love each other. Y'all screw all three of you and your team.
Hey, listen, I was trying to give some objective analysis.
Hey.
All right? Like, that's where I'm going. All right.
I gotta be the villain if we're gonna be all nice.
Pull that Jet schedule up. Yeah, let's go.
So Mutt Vialis, he already has his way too early. He has the Jets going 10-7. And shout out to Mutt Vialis for coming in. $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Damn.
That's
that. Look at that. 10-7. Let's pull it up and figure it out. By the way, Mutt, appreciate the donation. And let Richie go through this bad boy and tell us what's going on with them New York Jets, brother.
All right, man. Shout out to the Jets. It's a sick graphic. This is what graphics look like, other than your guys' graphics. You know.
Yes, it's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Clean. You can see it.
I wonder if Cam did it.
You know, you got stars on the graphic too, dogs. All right. So week 1, my prediction was correct. I knew the Jets were going to get the Steelers week 1. I'm shocked they didn't put it on primetime because if Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback, that is a perfect primetime game. And I think even if Rodgers has not become a Steeler, it's still a great narrative game. Justin Fields' revenge against a team that benched him. So I think it's a great test against a good team, formidable opponent. I'm excited for that one. I think the Jets hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers early is going to be a really, really awesome experience. And the Jets open up the season with 2 straight home games, which is awesome. I think having 2 games in a row at home is going to be beneficial. I also love that we're back in the 1 o'clock slate. And the first thing you notice when you look at the Jets schedule is it's tough early and it eases up at the end. And I like that. I like the structure of the schedule where it's tough early, eases up at the end. I think that the schedule is tough to start off. I mean, you talk about Pittsburgh was a playoff team last year. Obviously, they're different. You got Buffalo. You got Tampa, a playoff team. Miami, easy. Dallas is a team that I'm not sleeping on this year whatsoever. Denver, playoff team. And then Carolina, I think they're going to be improved this year. Cincinnati, and then the bye. Right? And then you look after the bye week, things get a little easier. Now, no, nothing's easy in this league. No easy games are in the NFL. But the Browns, I can see the Jets taking care of. I have the Jets splitting with New England this year. Baltimore is going to be tough. I mean, I can't even tell you guys with that straight face, but this is where the stretch gets a little easy. Atlanta, Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans is what we're all about, man. So,
Dan, what are you laughing at, Dan?
say it.
I don't see a win on the left side, JD. I don't see a win on the left side, bro. On the left side, bro. Holy hell. Oh. Dude.
I see multiple wins.
like not a single win is on the left side of this schedule.
I see multiple.
Richie, how many what was your prediction? Like, what was your okay, I think this is gonna be a win, this is gonna be an L. Like, did you go through it?
I did, yes.
So how many losses did you have you guys coming out with?
I have the Jets. I think their floor is 6 wins and their ceiling is 10.
Oh my God.
If things click.
Oh man.
Ceiling means, of course, potential all thrives. I'm not saying they're winning 10 games.
Richie, I'm not even gonna lie, Richie. I wasn't even looking at the schedule, and I'm like, Richie, man, he explaining this real good. It looked like they got home. And I said, oh, they gonna call on me soon. Let me see how many they.
I mean, what did I say though? I said it's tough early and then it eases up late. I know it.
Oh man. Boy, y'all fans, y'all gonna be depressed.
All right, I'll tell you the wins on the left side. We're beating Pittsburgh, Miami, and Carolina.
God, stop.
Those are the 3 wins we got.
Richie. You're not beating Pittsburgh.
We're beating Pittsburgh week 1.
You'll be
I'm
lucky
say that
to beat
until week 1.
Carolina. You'll be lucky.
We're
to
beating
beat
Miami. 100%.
You ain't beating no Miami, no money. Stop it.
Yeah, we are, bro.
No,
you
you're
kidding
not.
me? We are 100% beating those fraud fins, dog.
You're a lie.
Easy win, and that's going to be actually the easiest of them all, to be honest.
That's what you wanted to be.
Justin Fields had a career game. You go look at Justin Fields' best game of his career was against the Miami Dolphins. He owns the Miami Dolphins to the point where Mike McDaniel on the sideline is like, "Can you stop running?" Like the soft coach that he is. The guy told Justin Fields, "Stop running, bro."
Richie, I might give you one win on the left, and that's Carolina.
Nah, dog, we're coming through with it, man.
Oh my God.
Listen, my expectations with this Jets team, it's reasonable. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm expecting them to do anything special. I'm not expecting this year to be where we shock the world. I do think that we are a team that's capable of winning games that no one expects us to win. Like no one's expecting us to beat Buffalo. No one's expecting us to beat Dallas or any of those teams. I think the Jets are built to pull off an upset 100%. But I think the outlier is Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I think Justin Fields, it's really all about what type of leap does he make if he does make one? Is he a quarterback that can fulfill the first round pick, that he was with the Chicago Bears? And I think it's really up to that. And without Justin Fields living up to that potential, it's that. Because there was a lot of hype with this Jets team last year because of the roster. And this roster is the same and has some tweaks to make it a little bit better, in my opinion. The only difference from this year and last year is two huge things: head coach and quarterback, and a new offensive coordinator. It's going to be, everything's fresh, everything's new, and that's the cool thing I like about this Jets football team, that it's fresh. We don't know what to expect with this team. We can predict all we want with this Jets squad, but we all have no idea what to expect. We really, really don't. And I do think that it's going to get ugly for this team before it gets pretty. I really, really do. And I'm not going to be delusional and hype up the Jets that we're going to go out there and shock the world and make the playoffs. I'm not going to do that. I think this is going to be a recalibration year to find their identity, go through some adversity, and Justin Fields got to be that guy. So with that, I think that it's going to be an interesting season.
Interesting.
All right, Colby, go ahead.
All right, let's just go through it. Let's just go through real quick. All right, Steelers. That's going to be an L. All right, Mike Tomlin, he's a good coach. They know what they're doing. They're going to be a better team. Y'all are just figuring things out. Week 1's a wash, but that's okay. New regime. Week 2, that's another loss. You're playing the Bills. We've seen the story before. Week 3, you're playing the Buccaneers. Obvious reasons, that's going to be a loss. Now, week 4, is this one at Miami?
Oh, yeah.
Or is this one?
Yep.
That's at Miami. All right. Well,
that's an event we're trying to do.
Oh, yeah. You guys are losing that one then. The Dallas Cowboys. I actually think that could be a trap game. Everybody thinks you guys are going to lose that game, but maybe you start figuring things out a little bit more, right? You kind of have those leaders. You got Quinnen Williams. You got Garrett Wilson, stepping up and saying, yo, look, we haven't won a single game so far this season. We need to step up. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to be as good as people are thinking. I don't think that coaching staff is good at all. I always say a good coaching staff can make a mid-roster look way better, and a bad coaching staff can make a good or great roster look terrible. And I can see that same exact narrative happening with the Cowboys. So I actually think you guys could get that win there. The Denver Broncos, God, that defense is scary. I think they're going to be the best defense in football this year. You're not beating them. The Carolina Panthers, I'll give you the win. The Cincinnati Bengals, all right? This is where they usually start ramping things up. So that game could go either way, right? Where is Joe Burrow? Where are the Bengals at this point? It might still be early enough where you can squeak a win out on them and surprise everybody. But if Joe Burrow is really getting things going, hitting the ground running to start the season, then that's obviously going to be an L for you. You play the Browns, I'm actually going to give the Jets that win. I'm going to give the Jets that win. Who's the damn quarterback at that point? Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, or old ass Joe Flacco, right? Nobody knows. I'm going to give the Jets that win. You play the Patriots, and this one is at Gillette. So I'm actually going to give that win to the Patriots. You play the Ravens, you're losing that one. You play the Falcons. I'll be nice to you, Richie. You're my boy. I don't want you to, fall into a depression or anything like that. I know New York sports have really gotten to you as of late. So I'm going to say you beat the Falcons. You beat the Falcons. Okay, look, you beat the Dolphins. You beat the Dolphins. Look at that. And now you start to feel a little bit better. You play the Jags. You even win that game. Then you play the Saints. You win that game. Let's go. The Jets are actually piecing things together. You play the Patriots. Oh, crap. Look at that. The Patriots got you. The Patriots are going to be back to beating the Jets 2 times a year. Congratulations, Jets fans. Over the last 2 years, you've squeaked out 1 win on the New England Patriots. Guess what? 2023, that 1 win was the final game of the season in Bill Belichick's final game as a head coach in the league when it was snowing. Doesn't mean anything with Bailey Zappi at quarterback. Congratulations. You beat Gerard Mayo early on in his very short career. Doesn't mean anything. Mike Vrabel's here. It's a better system. It's a better roster. It's a better coaching staff. Reality is setting back in.
Reality is not setting back in. We are going to beat the New England Patriots. I'm not going to let you say that and just keep going and talking down on my football team. The Patriots own the last 2 years, and that will continue.
Because they've been bad. Because the Patriots have been historically bad.
And the Jets have been good.
Of 4 wins.
And the Jets have been good. Did I miss something?
You were the Jets fans and y'all won to the Super Bowl.
What are you talking about? The Jets winning
What am I
the Super
talking
Bowl?
about? You saying, oh, well,
what does that have anything to do with the Jets on the football field? What does that have to do with anything? The New York Jets
team. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is
as bad as the New England Patriots were. You lost to the Jets twice in 2 years, and you will lose to them again this year.
We were worse than you guys over the last 2 years. We've been significantly worse.
Yeah,
than
we
the
still
Jets.
beat you.
Yeah, but now we're actually good. Again. We actually have a good coaching staff now. We actually have a good roster. We're back to being.
I don't think you have a good roster actually at all. I disagree.
That's crazy. Clearly, you're not paying attention to any of the
moves. I am paying attention, actually. I think you had a solid draft. I think your free agency is completely overrated.
Williams. You haven't paid attention to Harold Landry, beefing up the offensive line. Morgan Moses on the right side.
Just naming names, Colby. That's all you're doing.
One center with Jared Wilson.
You're naming like names. You're naming nobody.
One of the best tight end duos in the entire National Football League.
Colby's naming nobody, bro.
You do. What do you mean I've named nobody? Stephon Diggs is a nobody. Morgan Moses, Will Campbell, those guys are nobody.
Yeah,
Will Campbell, Travion Henderson.
Terrified of Stephon
Diggs. Those guys are no one. Who am I supposed to be scared of on the Jets? A backup quarterback?
4-2 last year. That's who he was. A winning quarterback, by the way.
A winning quarterback. Yeah, he wins.
A winning quarterback last year.
This is his third team.
4-2.
Third team and still isn't a starting quarterback in the league.
4-2. No, he's a starting quarterback right now, baby.
He's not a starting quarterback.
Yeah, he is. Okay, and the Steelers regretted benching that guy yesterday.
Yesterday, take Jacoby Brissett as a starting quarterback in this league. I'll take Jacoby Brissett as a starting quarterback.
The New England Patriots have an overrated roster and an overrated
roster.
Overrated. Yeah, because they're becoming the media darlings. You know, oh, look at the Patriots. Oh, I got $150 million. I'm going to buy every single person in the open market. And all of a sudden they're stacked. Give me a break.
No, we also had a top 3 draft also.
One team in the NFL history that spent that much money and it worked.
We're not trying to do everything in 1 year. That's the thing. The Patriots had to spend money. You don't understand that. Like the Patriots were behind the amount of cap space you have to spend in the NFL. The Patriots literally had to go out and they had by NFL
that's my
rules.
Point. So I'm not gonna buy in to them spending money on free agents.
But the situation is.
And by the way, they overpaid for a lot of those guys to come to the Patriots. They had to pay an extra price tag to convince them to go to an area of the country that no one wants to live.
That's why they had to overpay. They did overpay in free agency, but then they hit the draft out of the park. And you know what? They had to also overpay right now because the contracts are going up, as we know, at league-wide, because the cap space is going up every single year. So we could look 2 years down the line and say those guys are actually underpaid, especially with a coaching staff that knows how to actually utilize them now.
We shall see. We don't know yet. That's an assumption.
Can I break down the schedule real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Jets winning 4 games.
Or this is where I want to be, baby.
It's not even.
I'd rather be here than the expectations we had last year.
See, the problem is, right? Like people hearing that, like they know TD as a troll. But I don't think he's trolling here, folks. I don't. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't think he's trolling.
Oh man, Richie, you're my boy, man. I feel bad for you, bro.
There's nothing to feel bad about, bro. You don't think I'm built for this?
Yes, it is. You ain't looking at the screen.
You don't think I'm built for this? You don't know what I've been through, TD. You think I can't handle any losing?
You know what? You're right. You is built for this. Jets fans are built for this. Y'all get ready to listen. At least y'all might be in the quarterback sweepstakes next year. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's either this season Fields shows that he's a bust and we're right back in the deepest quarterback class in ever. Or Fields showed he's the guy, and he's our guy long term. I don't think
all the quarterbacks go back to college and play under NIL.
Hey, but no, here's the problem I got with this, though, Richie. Whoever the Patriots pass first, that's embarrassing. And it looked like it's about to be the Jets. The Patriots are at the bottom, and we rightfully so. The post-Tom Brady era, all of that. But it looked like the Patriots are about to pass the Jets. Now, that's poverty.
We don't know that yet. We shall see.
We don't know that yet. All right.
That event in Boston, Rich, is going to go crazy. You guys like what you just saw with me and Richie fighting? You guys want to see that in person? Make sure to buy the tickets.
It's true, man.
Yeah.
New England Patriots fans have been in Tampa Bay missing.
And now we're back.
And now they're back. Front runners, They only come back, and now they're crawling back in. Like, oh wait, the Patriots actually have hope now with Mike Vrabel. Ooh,
hey guys,
on,
I've been here the whole time making content.
Gutter, bro. You got to be there during the
It's
misery time so you can celebrate the good times.
It's true though. Some fans did do that. I was more disappointed than you could possibly ever imagine, but I was still here making content.
And this right here is why. Thank you, Freeway Chris. This right here is the reason why I think the Jets can actually win more games than people think. It's all this.
The Jets got the best O-line, so now all of a sudden they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, the offensive line is very important in football.
I agree, but it doesn't matter if the rest of the people on the team can't get the job done. It doesn't matter if Justin Fields
if you can run the football, if you can control the line of scrimmage and run the football effectively, like the Jets are going to do, especially with Justin Fields running the ball as well, you can win football games that way. And I'll
give it to you, Rich. You guys will play close games all year and win 4 games. Let's go. That's the way to lose, baby. That's the way to lose.
Might be
I mean, all your offensive line's trash. Patriots is improving, still not there. Don't even get me started on the Dolphins, the offensive line. That's going to be their detriment this season. The Bills' offensive line, it's always good enough. But the offensive line is about to prove people why we're here. And listen, this is what I want. This is where I'm comfortable. I'd rather be counted out.
Yeah, we know.
Than expected to do anything because I actually
we know this where you're comfortable. We know.
I know. Proving the world wrong, baby.
Like the Knicks.
It's all right, man. I was you last year, Richie. I get it, man. Don't worry.
I mean, hey, worst comes to worst. Fields stinks. We got a top pick next year. We get a franchise guy. Fields proves to be the guy. He's our guy. I mean, tell me where the losing in this scenario.
Well, just because you draft the guy doesn't mean he's going to be a hit.
Jets talking draft, exactly. Y'all.
Thank you for proving my point, Colby.
I mean,
you are saying Drake May's a hit, and he's not. That's another thing I'll say.
I'll take what Sean McDermott says over what a Jets fan says any day. And the fact that he's
bro,
the fact that Sean McDermott said, please trade Drake May out of the division because he has the potential to be a top 5 quarterback. I'll believe that guy over a Jets fan.
Do you know how many people hyped up Sam Darnold the same way and Zach Wilson the same way?
You always project Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson onto Drake May. Whoever.
Yeah, because I lived through the same thing.
Was going to be a top 5 quarterback. I'm not here telling you that the Patriots 100% hit on Drake May. But what I am telling you is that I've seen intangibles in this guy, and I'm listening to what front office people are saying. I'm listening to what coaches literally in the division are saying about this guy, and I'm going to trust them over a Jets fan any day.
All I'm saying is you're acting like he's a hit, and you just said yourself there's no guarantee that you draft the quarterback.
There's no guarantee. I even just said it. I'm not saying Drake May's a hit yet, but I'm saying that there's a lot of potential this kid showed.
Yeah, I'm not saying he didn't show any potential.
Only 21.
He definitely has the potential to be the guy. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm going to wait to see it before I actually believe it. That's all I'm saying.
Seeing is believing, baby.
I can't believe in blind things that never happen.
All right. Well, hey, guys, you know what? I think that this is a perfect time for us to bring in some Patreon members, hear their thoughts, get some things off of their chest. And also, guys, remember, we are hosting several events this year, ideally. All right. And Richie, how many more deposits? Was it only the 2 from Anthony, or have we seen any more come across our desk?
Yeah, just 2 from Anthony so far.
Just 2 from Anthony. Folks, if you are serious about getting into the AFC East Roundtable events, please secure your spots. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. Look at that. Richie, when is the last time the Jets beat Tua? You all give Bills win over Miami, but you don't give the same credit. Tua does not lose to the Pats and the Jets.
Well, sorry that Tua can't stay healthy for every game against the Jets. So he wins once a year against the Jets, and then he runs away from the Jets, and then we beat you without him. Sorry, I can't control that.
All right. He said Bills have the best offensive line. Take that all back. I will tell you what, we were top 3 last year, like run blocking and pass blocking. I did overhear that while I was in the bathroom. Bills had the second best offensive line last year. All back, baby.
I know. We're projecting for next year, baby.
Mischief, $5 donation. I'm sorry, but I'm happy the Jets are being put back in their place, and their fans are talking crazy the last 2 years.
You know what word it is that, people obviously, same thing with the Knicks fan base. There's one word that New York fans are.
What's up?
And that's what's embodying that pisses people like you guys off. It's starvation. You're hungry.
Yeah.
We're so starving and hungry for success where we get any inkling of hope like we did with Rodgers. we're going to take it and run with it. And I have zero regrets of anything I said or any Jets fan said, because I think it was justified. I genuinely do. It blew up in our face, but it's basically starvation. We are desperate. We want to win. We're super passionate, and the city is starving for a championship, man. It's that simple.
Sure are.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Starving for a championship, indeed. Let's bring him in. Leno.
What's good, fellas? What's good?
What up, man? How you feeling about the schedule, bro?
Man, Richie, I don't see a win on that whole left side, my brother. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I do got big bone with Richie this whole.
I knew exactly what they were laughing at too before they said it.
I know that. I ain't glad that was funny, man. TD, man. Like, oh Lord, man, dude, it's too funny.
Did start laughing.
But one bone I do got to pick with Richie is this whole notion that y'all got the best offensive line. Yeah, y'all need to stop doing this, man. Stop doing this whole thing where on paper y'all think y'all best, and then when the season come around, y'all don't prove it. Just wait. Just at least wait till your team prove it. Then we can say that. The Bills have proved it the last 3 years with our offensive line. We can say that. Y'all team on paper can't say that. I mean, like, I don't get it, but like you said, the Jets media, they starving for win. They starving for anything. So I guess I don't know. I don't understand it, but y'all are not the only passionate fans out there. So I don't get that notion either. Like, you see what TD does every week and out. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't understand it, but
New York. I mean, I'm talking about like starvation. It's beyond the Jets. It's within every sport in the city of New York. That's what I mean.
Not the Giants. I can say so.
Yeah, the Giants are starving. I mean, they haven't won in over 10 years, and they've been putrid.
Yeah,
recent years.
They got Jackson Dart. Yeah, I mean, and
they stole my boy.
They're not going as hard as the Jets is. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah,
well, they don't have a reason to. They're not making moves like the Jets did to garner that hype.
Look, y'all got Justin Fields, and I live in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna tell you this with shadow of doubt. Like, they still went to the playoffs without him. Like, he's nothing special as y'all think he is.
You don't think he had any impact in that playoff appearance, starting 6 games that year, winning 4 of them?
No, he can't throw the ball down the field that great, man. Look, I don't know why you don't think this boy can't. You need to air the ball out. Like, he can't run every game over 100-something yards and expect y'all to win. Y'all not gonna win y'all not the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all can't win off of defense alone. I'm telling you. I'm just saying, like, in order for y'all to get over this hump that y'all need to get to the playoffs, y'all gonna need him to ball a little bit more. And
of course, he's gonna have to play his best football of his life in order for the Jets to have a successful year. And I totally agree with that. The only way the Jets are good this year is if Fields has a breakout season that no one saw coming, similar to Baker, Geno, and Sam. I'm not saying he's going.
That's another thing. That's another thing you guys stop doing. Stop comparing your quarterbacks when they come near to other ones that do great when they break out, because your organization is not that good as the other organizations on creating good quarterbacks like that. And another thing, and you can ask everybody around the table, who are they really going to throw the ball to besides, your number 1 wide receiver? Like,
that's the problem.
Them other quarterbacks actually have wide receivers they can throw to. You have just one, and everybody's going to game plan for him. I'm not saying that Justin Fields ain't good. I'm just saying, like, let's pump the brakes a little bit, Jets fans, man. Look, can we see what y'all doing the season first? Like,
I mean, I think Jets fans' expectations here are reasonable. I don't see any crazy expectations amongst this fan base. I think every Jets fan is very reasonable.
Y'all really think this dude's gonna have a breakout season, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like,
we don't think he's going to. It's hope, and every fan I think is entitled for some hope. Number 1,
lose that hope. Lose it.
Nah, I'm not gonna lose that hope. Actually, that's what it's about being a fan.
They had that hope last year, man. Remember that?
Thank you. Like, if y'all go 8-8, you lose your opportunity to even get the top great quarterbacks in the draft.
It's the reason I look at it is this perspective. If the Jets stink it up this year, we are not committed to Justin Fields long term. So, I
understand that part.
Have Fields for the next 4 years locked up. If he stinks, he's not here next year. It's that simple. We move on. So I'm not attached to Justin Fields by any stretch of the imagination. I have an open mind, and if he can break out and be the guy, great. I'm not expecting it. If it happens, I'm hopeful it can. And I see a similar trait in his game that quarterbacks that can translate. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying it's possible.
I'm just saying in the sense of y'all don't have that good enough luck at your organization for y'all to one say, all right, if he fails, then we can get a good quarterback next year. No, y'all won't. You're going to win enough games so y'all can't get to the top to get the top quarterback.
So now we're going to win enough games? How are we going to win enough games? You think the Jets are good enough to win enough games?
I'm going to lie to you. If y'all win like 7 or 8 games, y'all not going to be able to get the great, good quarterbacks. Y'all going to have to be you're going to have to make so much good moves to move to the top of the draft.
You're making it seem like the Jets are going to be trash and not even win that many games.
Well, I'm giving you better predictions than what they did. They said 4. I said 8.
Yeah, I mean,
that's wild.
In those 8 wins,
that's nice.
Does Fields look trash? Does he look just mediocre? Does he look?
He looks mediocre and trash. That's what's gonna make him not.
How do we win 8 games then? If he's mediocre,
you're gonna pull some of them out. You're gonna pull just by defense. Some of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, but some of them they're gonna pull by defense. And this is gonna be against teams that y'all should beat. This is gonna be against teams y'all should beat. I mean, y'all gonna beat the Dolphins. Y'all gonna beat the Dolphins this year. They're gonna be one win off for them.
You know you were doing a good job, Leo. Now you talking that crazy.
Given.
I don't understand the Dolphins. Y'all not gonna have that great of a defense when y'all come into the season. That's why I'm confused about the Dolphins. Your whole secondary is gonna be terrible. I mean, who gonna stop us? Duck Storm? Are you kidding me?
Storm Duck. See,
that's even worse. The name sounds weird forward and backwards, and he's not gonna stop anybody.
You gonna learn.
So, and I told you the Patriots gonna overlap both of y'all. So, I was good on that prediction. I mean,
you're not. Stop it.
Patriots gonna get y'all this year. I'm actually predicting a sweep on the Dolphins this year. Ooh. Easy.
That'd be nice.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna happen, man. Like,
let them blow your head up, Kobe.
I'm putting my house on the bet. You know what I mean? I'm betting my house on everything. Yeah, I mean that they beat y'all.
I like that.
So you know what I'm saying? It's easy win, but you know, as usual, the Bills gonna do what they need to do. I got 14-3. You know what I mean?
14-3, baby.
14-3. You know what I'm saying? We sweeping everybody in the division. The one thing I can't stand is the Patriots talk. Like we do lose one game against the Patriots, but towards the end of the year, and some of the times it's either win our starters out or I mean it's a lucky game. So it's never really like justifiable sometimes, you know what I mean? But I don't mind the split. I mean, we can split. As long as we sweep the Jets and the Dolphins, the 2 fan bases that talk the most, I'm cool with it.
Hey man, if Mac Jones can beat you, I believe in it.
Hey, we lost to that bum that played for the Jets. What was his name? Zach Wilson. We lost him, so that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Mac Jones, he's better than Tua, so I ain't got to worry too much.
Oh, he'll lie.
No, I think Tua is that dude, man. Y'all need to stop hating. Dolphin fans, stop hating on my boy Tua, man. He's the truth, man.
We'll trade him. Trade him for Josh Allen.
No. I say he's good, not that great. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, you got some backup quarterbacks that's pretty terrible too. I don't see no Quinn Ewers coming out killing the game.
You never know though. We'll see.
Quinn Ewers is the new Skylar Thompson in Dolphins fandom.
Exactly. He's the new Snoop that was supposed to be coming through.
Oh my God. The things I heard from TD's mouth about Tyler Huntley, dude. It broke my brain, dude.
We went to the same school. He going to be killing it.
Y'all sad.
And Skylar Thompson, bro. He's the next Tom Brady, bro.
Man, you see the way he played against the Bills in the playoffs? He gonna be the next big thing. We heard it all, TD. I want you to be right with one prediction, man. One prediction.
I will.
About your team.
I will. We going to the playoffs this year.
Oh my Lord! See,
you lying to yourself.
I didn't say anything crazy.
You did.
You're lying to yourself more than you're lying to us.
Y'all not getting more than 7-8 wins. Y'all not getting more than 7-8 wins. You know what I'm
saying? See what I mean, Lino? Though, because what TD just said, that's the hope side of TD. If you ask the realistic side of him, he wouldn't say that.
I watched the realistic side of TD earlier. He didn't think he's gonna get that much.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's a different character on this show.
I don't have to listen to y'all hating.
I ain't got to hate. You know what I'm saying? I got love for the Jets fans. Man, shout out to JD the Great. That's my dog. I love him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love some of y'all fans. You know what I mean? But, man, the delusion y'all have is crazy. Oh, Lord. I mean, good luck, though, this year.
Time always tells.
It does. And you prove us right every time when y'all had that collapse. So you're right.
It's only a matter of time until Buffalo's reign comes to an end. Super Bowl-less.
I can understand that whenever Josh Allen retires, then I can understand that part. But as long as Josh Allen not retiring, man, he gets better and better every season.
What if Josh Allen just plays another 10 years, just loses in the AFC Conference Championship, never even makes it to the Super Bowl? And who is Josh Allen?
Hey, he can still go Hall of Fame. I see some people in the Hall of Fame with no rings, so I'm cool with that.
Dan,
no, he got to get one. He got to get one.
Dan, you're muted. Yeah, man. He better because I think.
And so I said he's Dan Marino, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly who he is. I guess we're making it to the Super Bowl this year. This schedule
came up pretty nice for us. It came up pretty nice for us.
That regular season schedule for the Buffalo Bills says 1 seed in the AFC playoffs.
You want that one?
I saw that schedule. The first thing I saw, I was like, we're getting the 1 seed. No question.
You want that so bad.
Remember, Richie, when you said hope, that's where I hope we get the number 1 seed. You're right.
There you go.
Gotta have hope.
And you're justified for that hope.
True. We try to prove that. Yeah,
you actually have something to back it up. Well, Lino, we appreciate you, man. We're gonna get to Glenn up next.
All right, man. You have a good one, man. Shout out to
Glenn, brother.
Much love, Lino. Appreciate you, man.
Go Bills, Lino. That's my guy.
Bills representing, and now Dolphins represented with Mr. Glenn.
Man,
what's up, Glenn?
Lino's up in New York smoking that gunji. But I will agree on him something. I do believe Buffalo has the best offensive line, not because the thing. Here's a stat I seen the other day.
I can admit that too. Here's
the stat that I seen the other day. What made drop my mouth. You know, over the last 2 seasons, they only had 1 offensive lineman miss 1 game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we lucked out in
That
that.
is why they've been
winning.
That's
how you have a good offensive line.
1 offensive lineman missed 1 game. We can't even say that about any of our teams.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 seasons. That's crazy. They have something they're drinking up in the water, up there in the water. Because I'm telling you now, I seen that and I'm like, no way. Sure enough, 1 offensive lineman missed 1 game in 2 seasons.
And so I hope we're not due.
Well, I think you're overdue. You know, that's the problem. That's the problem you don't have. Because it's that offensive line, when you guys turned it around a year, that offensive line started kicking. Yeah. Started killing it. For sure. And that's when you turned it around a year ago. Yeah. And stuff.
Yeah, man, and I'm not gonna be a moron. I think the Bills do have the best offensive line. I just think the Jets have potential to prove a lot of people wrong.
No. Hey, I would say that about the Jets having a good offensive line, but man, I just can't beat that not missing any games.
I know.
That's a hard spot.
That's the key. You got to give the Bills training staff credit too.
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That training staff is doing a hell of a job. They might be the best training staff in it. Now, they can't keep the receivers healthy, but they can keep those linemen healthy. And I'd rather have the linemen than the receivers, especially if you're talking Buffalo receivers. But, hey, what I like about Miami's schedule, what I don't like about it is they got 2 Thursday night games and stuff. God, I hate those Thursday night games. Short week, you do get a bye. We have to go to Madrid. Good thing about people ain't saying it, but Miami's used to going overseas. You know, the last time Washington went overseas?
When was it?
2016.
Oh, wow. It's been a while.
Yeah. That's the last time they did an international game. That might be a difference and stuff. I don't know. And stuff. And everybody talks about you asked the question, Richie, how did Miami get better?
I did.
I say overall, I don't know about their offense. We have to wait till training camp to see how these guys kick. We all know that Tua is the key. If he stays healthy, Miami will make the playoffs. It's thing. Now, he 80% of the seasons he misses, 30% of the time he don't play in the games. That's a lot. 30% of the games that he should have started, he don't play. That's a lot for any quarterback. And that's not missing the whole season. Yeah, but if he stays healthy, yeah, we'll make the playoffs. If he don't, no, I don't trust the backups yet. Maybe in the futures, but nah. White, I don't even know. They overpaid for White. It's crazy. Hey, Kobe. Oh, what I do like about the schedule is that, Miami has lost like 16 games against or played 16 games against teams over 500 the last 3 years, right? They're 2-2 at home against 500 teams the last 3 years.
Oh,
2-2. 3 of those games are against Buffalo. One of them's against the Cowboys. That's a hit.
Mhm.
They beat Buffalo 3 years ago, and then they lost 2, and then they beat Dallas. That's all their so all those games, all Miami's big games are at least at home this year, not on the road. They could be worse. And Kobe, you guys have your coach. Tell me a player that your coach has. Tell me a quarterback that your coach has developed. Campbell's developed. Or
Vrabel?
Yeah, Vrabel. Tell me.
Well, it's not Vrabel's responsibility. It's not Vrabel's responsibility. It's Josh
not.
McDaniels.
Yeah, it is. It is totally Mike Vrabel's responsibility. You kidding me?
It's the offensive coordinator's responsibility.
Oh my God!
Vrabel will oversee the football team, but it's not Vrabel's one-on-one responsibility to coach.
That is a recipe for failure with that mindset. The head coach,
let me get
the head coach is not going to be responsible for developing a quarterback.
My head coach should be one-on-one training my quarterback. Is what you're telling me.
He should be there, part of it.
No, he should be overseeing it. He's the CEO. He needs to make sure he's put in a correct spot to succeed. But the one coaching him should be the best offensive coordinator in the damn league, and Josh McDaniels.
Sean McDermott, I'm sure Sean McDermott had a say in Josh Allen's development.
I'm not saying he's not going to have a say, but I'm not saying that he's going to be one-on-one coaching. The one that's coaching him.
You just said that it's not going to be Mike Vrabel coaching it. It is 100% Mike Vrabel.
He's not going to be the one going one-on-one, hands-on with Drake.
If he is a real head coach, he is in every meeting and he is overseeing everything.
If he's a real head coach, he should be a CEO taking care of the entire football team, not giving all
the
of
quarterback
his thought, energy, and process.
The head coach and the quarterback's combination is everything.
Or get this, it's the offensive coordinator who's an offensive genius. Crazy.
When's the last time your offensive coordinator developed the player, quarterback?
Josh McDaniels?
Yeah.
Well, Josh McDaniels helped develop Tom Brady. He was here since 2001.
He
developed Matt Castle the year that he wasn't there. He also developed Cam Newton the 1 year that he wasn't there and made him look like a sustainable quarterback that was one game away from getting the Patriots to the postseason, despite him not being a quarterback in the league after that. He also made Mac Jones a Pro Bowler.
Cam Newton on the Patriots. Did I just hear that come out of your mouth?
No.
I said he developed
He developed Matt Jones.
I said he developed Cam Newton. I said he developed Cam Newton his final year in New England to make him look like a decent quarterback that made the Patriots one game away from making the postseason. After that, Cam Newton didn't get any opportunity to be a quarterback in the NFL, period.
Bro, there's no development needed for Cam Newton. He's an MVP in a Super Bowl.
I'm still answering the question. And then also the other quarterback he most recently developed before going to New England was Mac Jones, who made the NFL's top 100 that year and a Pro Bowl, and statistically was a top 12 quarterback in the National Football League. So I just named a ton of quarterbacks in which Josh McDaniels has developed. Then he went to the Raiders and was a head coach. What's your point?
All right, so all the quarterbacks you mentioned, where are they today? Mac Jones, backup. Cam Newton, retired, out of league.
Because Josh McDaniels wasn't here. What's your point?
Josh McDaniels did nothing impactful for Cam Newton, bro. Cam Newton was established MVP in this league, bro. There's no development
But
needed.
he was a
Cam Newton
terrible
was
That was
a Super Bowl
quarterback
winner.
at
doing his
that point
thing.
in his career. Josh McDaniels made him look like a serviceable quarterback that made
Josh
the Patriots
McDaniels,
a
bro,
top 12
he's lucky he's even
offense
has
that
another
year.
job,
What are
dude.
you
The guy's
talking about? Yeah, no, because I'm not going to take shit from a Dolphins fan or Jets fan that have clearly no idea what they're talking about.
Dude, you
Josh
have no idea
McDaniels
who
is
you're
a
talking
terrible
about.
head
You're
coach,
hyping
but
up him
Josh
developing
McDaniels
Mac
is
Jones?
the best offensive coordinator. What do you mean? Yes, he made Mac Jones look like a good quarterback year one. You're going to argue with facts and
And
statistics?
then what happened? Then what happened, bro?
Left.
You're
And
digging
then
yourself
he
in a
left.
hole.
What do you mean? He left. He wasn't developing him anymore. So you're blaming the downfall of Mac Jones on Josh McDaniels when Josh McDaniels had no responsibility developing him
So
after
you think if
2021.
McDaniels stayed
And
with
then-
New England, Mac
then-
Jones would still be the quarterback
Then he
today?
went to Raiders and what?
You
I
guys-
don't know, but I'm saying he would have looked a lot better.
Then he went to the
Helped develop
Raiders and
Tom
did
Brady,
what?
made Matt Castle in 1 year look like a good starting quarterback in the league that took the Patriots to the playoffs. Made Cam Newton look like a serviceable quarterback. Made Mac
Wait,
Jones
wait, wait,
statistically
wait,
a top
wait.
12 quarterback. No, Glenn, I'm
Wait.
talking a top 12 quarterback and
Wait.
NFL's top 100, voted on by the players, and a Pro Bowl. So yes, there's no delusion
When
there.
did Matt Castle go to the playoffs?
2009, something like that.
Nope. They missed. They
2000
had
something.
11. They had a 10 and something record and did not make the playoffs. Miami won the playoffs. That's the year that you're talking. The year that he Brady got his Achilles tear, right?
Took them to the playoffs or made them a double-digit team. One of the two. It
They
was too
really
long
won
ago,
a
Glenn. I
double
was still a
digits,
kid.
but they didn't make the playoffs.
Was still
They didn't make the
statistically a top
playoffs.
offense that year. I do remember that.
But
Yeah, Glenn.
Here's what I'm saying.
Glenn,
Josh McDaniels' track record is not too impressive, man. That's all.
Hey,
How is
it
it
is.
not
That's what I'm
impressive?
saying.
Like that. And I'm not even gonna. I'm losing brain cells listening to Dolphins fans and Jets fans right now.
No, I'm just asking because I'm just wondering where he did
You
it.
asked the question and I
I'm just
gave it to
wondering
you.
how far
He
his
was so good.
development
Why
would go.
are the Patriots the only ones like trying to bring him back? Because it's familiarity. Like no team in the league.
He had
failed everywhere.
reported teams. There was report that multiple teams had interest in him. He chose to go back to the Patriots and work with Vrabel. He had the opportunity to be a coordinator last year. He decided to take the time off to go listen and figure out how to modernize his offense and go to several different colleges.
But okay,
So y'all don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just asking. I'm just clearing something up that we don't know what's going to happen with.
His development with
your
Mac Jones,
quarterback.
man, was special.
Yeah, I mean, who's developing?
He could become Matt Jones 2.0.
Huh, Rick? Well, what
He
about
could be
you,
Matt
Glenn?
Jones
Who's
2.0.
developing your quarterback that can't even play a full season? Oh yeah, okay,
Hey,
yeah.
but wait. The coach did develop. Now you could talk all you want about Tua and his injury, and I can't debate that.
They didn't
But when
develop him.
Tua
They just put
plays-
star-studded receivers.
When
around him.
when Tua plays, he does win, and he does have a winning percentage, a good one, and
Yeah, because of his
and
receivers.
he wins games.
He was
No,
dog
you're
washed
right.
before
It ain't all
Tyreek.
against what?
He was dog washed before Tyreek.
And then Mike McDaniels came in and developed him.
No, Tyreek came in and made him look better.
But you still have to develop a quarterback. He was trash after.
Tyreek
he
came
was
in and he
crushed.
looked better. Waddle came in, he looked better. Before that,
Waddle
y'all
was there
didn't
the
think he
year
was your
before.
franchise quarterback.
Waddle was there the year before when McDaniels wasn't there and still had 1,000 yards. So it ain't like
Yeah,
he
like
did
I
that
said, Waddle
connection.
came in, Tyreek came in, and they made him look better. Before that, you guys were talking about trading for Deshaun Watson.
And you're right. I don't know if they did or not and stuff. That was the last regime and stuff. They talked about everybody. But since McDaniel's been there, even with the last coach, he still won games. When he started, if he starts, he wins. Now, this is what I'm not going to let y'all do. I give it to Buffalo. Buffalo has 2 wins against us until we beat them. But I know Tua has 2 wins against New England and Jets until you guys can prove you could beat him.
You know what?
That's what you ought to do.
It's fair. You know what, Glenn? That's fair, and I won't debate you on that.
If
But
you
I will
beat 'em, then
say
we get
it
to
will
it.
happen.
Well, you're right, but and
It'll
you're right.
happen.
It might happen. I don't know.
And
I just
Glenn,
don't know
I
about the
hope
offensive
that
line.
freaking Tua can be healthy, man. I want to face Tua Monday Night
I do
Football in
too.
Miami, man. Come on.
Here's why I don't like about Thursday night game. Another thing. Two of his three concussions officially came on Thursday night games. I don't know why they put Miami on the night game with Tua, where everybody could see if he gets a concussion.
Nighttime games.
I know. Well, I'm like, why would you put Tua on night at all? I mean, I wouldn't want the whole nation to be watching Tua on TV. Because that ain't a good look. I mean, if it's a game on Sunday, yeah, it will be news, but not as big as it's on a Sunday or a Monday night or a Thursday night game. Why would you put Tua even on those night games? And they took all our hot games away. Only one game in the heat, and that's against New England. And then the rest of them aren't. They're away or at night. Buffalo won't play us in the daytime anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Glenn, we missed you.
But I'll let y'all go.
Call, man.
I enjoy y'all and stuff. Everybody in the
Thanks,
chat
Glenn.
have a good time.
And so we appreciate all that you do
bro.
for us, man.
Yep.
All love, bro.
Okay, mama.
Glenn,
See
the
you, bro.
man.
I had to jump
The
down his
man.
throat a little bit there because he was talking blasphemy, but I love the Glenn. I love the Glenn.
Glenn the man. Folks, we can't thank you enough for tuning in to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. Again, guys, we have our event link pinned to the top of the chat. Again, if you want to secure your spot, make sure you have one because there is limited capacity here. Go ahead and throw your first deposit down, baby. $100 deposit to secure your spot. This is not the final ticket price, but this is just going to let us know if there is interest. So we could actually run all 4 of these said events. Would you gentlemen like to say anything before we let the crowd go?
After some of these comments, I cannot wait to spank the Dolphins and the Jets. Boy, this is going to be a rough season. This is going to be a rough season. I feel like there's going to be a lot of arguments, so get your popcorn ready. Because as Javon Baker famously said, we're about to make people in wheelchairs stand up.
Oh, wow.
Is he even still in the Patriots? Is he?
Yeah. He's terrible, though.
Yeah,
right,
good player to drive a quote from.
They
Anthony, $5. Can't wait to see you guys in Orchard Park. Shout out to Anthony, man. We cannot wait to see you in Orchard Park as well. I cannot wait to be back up in Buffalo. It's going to be a fun time, man. Shout out to Anthony for securing your 2 spots to the Buffalo Bills versus Miami Dolphins event. Let's get it, man. We're excited about it. So, Anthony, salute to you, my guy. And salute to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. We haven't been doing our usual AFC East Roundtable segment with all 4 of us in a minute, man. It feels good to be back with you guys. We're really excited about it. Obviously, we're getting into the offseason. OTAs is right around the corner, which is exciting. And all the events are going to be in the running of planning as we speak. So keep on the lookout for more updates. And yeah, is there any? We want to make sure we get through all the super chats. Did we get through them, Dan? Where did we leave off?
Let me see. We did not. Gardner is coming. Love how hard my boy Richie goes for the squad. Colby, I'm so happy you were talking that good-ish with that trash offensive line. Better hope May can duck that WMD 2-0.
Let's go, Gardner Corner. And before we go to the next super chat, Dan, I wanted to give my boy Gardner Corner some love because he did send us a super chat on 4th and Forever today. And he sent it right as we ended the show. So we were unable to read it. So right now, Gardner Corner, if you're still watching, this was your $10 super chat from 4th and Forever earlier today. He says, some people saying Arian Smith was drafted 2 or 3 rounds too early will be saying he was drafted 2 and 3 rounds too late by midseason. Question, TD, want to bet Washington has more yards than Smith this year? Like the video. Well, Gardner Corner, we appreciate it, man. We really, really do. He's talking
Washington.
about Malik Washington.
Has more yards than who?
Our Jets receiver, rookie receiver, Arian Smith, we just drafted.
Oh, yeah, by far. By far.
So, Gardner Corner, we appreciate the super chat. Sorry we couldn't get to read it last.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, calling the Patriots offensive line trash. I mean, yeah, the last 2 seasons they have, but you're going off of what it was last year and not the upgrades they got now. Morgan Moses at right tackle, Will Campbell, the best tackle in this draft class over on the left side. They got
We'll
the
see
best
about
center in the
that.
draft class to
See
pin
about
in
that
at
if he's the
future
best.
center. They got a veteran right there right now. You got,
Well, you
know,
said that with too much
the only question they
conviction.
have is at left guard. Over at right guard, you got Michael
We'll
Onwenu, who
see
was
if
second
Campbell's
team
the best
All-Pro
tackle in
just
the
a
draft.
couple of
That's
years
not a
ago. So
guarantee.
I'm not saying that the
We will
Patriots
see
are going to have a great
if Will
offensive
Campbell
line, but what
is
I
the
will
best.
say is that it's certainly not trash, and you're not crediting the upgrades that they made.
But you have to wait and see if Campbell is the best offensive tackle in the draft, because that's not a guarantee. He was just
Projected
drafted
best
high.
offensive tackle.
Smut Biles comes in and says, and so is it still on the Patreon? I don't see the link. We've actually ended up switching up the pricing on that one, man. Go and take a look at some of the tiers for the call-in section. It's the highest one that we have right now for the call-ins. Michael is coming $5. Richie was talking trash about Fields last offseason when TD was saying the Finns should get him. Make up your mind.
Yeah, man, I'm not sitting here saying that he's going to break out with the Jets whatsoever. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is there is untapped potential, and the question is, will he fulfill it or not? I am not attaching myself to Justin Fields being our franchise guy whatsoever until he proves it.
Smart move.
And each offensive lineman, man, has a Finger Lake to bask in the upstate New York. Colby's point stands. Go Bengals.
True.
Castle had Randy Moss and Wes Welker and no playoffs. Bills have 3 bye weeks again. Week 3, week 7, week 10.
You didn't mention week 2. That means we're beating you week 2, huh? Jets, Bills?
Just cap.
I can't wait to see you guys in Orchard Park. Anthony, we're excited to see you as well, man. All right, boys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. We will see you next Wednesday, and more importantly, we'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Fourth and Forever. Thank you so much for your continued loyalty. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.